Close your eyes. It's the year 1247. You've been accused of stealing a loaf of bread, but you didn't. Doesn't matter. You're dragged from your home in the dead of night, chains around your wrists. The town gathers at dawn. You're not going to get a fair trial. You're going to face a trial by fire. They bring out a red-hot iron bar, glowing, hissing, nearly 1,000 degrees. You must carry it in your bare hands and walk 9 paces. Then, they'll bandage your hands and wait 3 days. If your wounds are healing too well, you're guilty. If they're festering and full of pus, you're innocent. Congratulations. Welcome to medieval justice, a world where logic was twisted, pain was proof, and survival often depended more on faith or fortune than facts. In medieval Europe, justice wasn't about evidence. It was about God's judgment. People believed divine power would protect the innocent and punish the wicked. So instead of trials with lawyers and juries, people often faced what were known as trials by ordeal. Let's talk about the trial by fire, one of the most terrifying methods. The accused might be ordered to carry a red-hot iron bar, often weighing up to 3 pounds, over a short distance, sometimes across 9 red-hot plowshares. Their hands would be examined days later. A clean wound, they were free. A festering infection, guilty, and probably dead soon. It was pain, then judgment. Another method? The infamous trial by water. A person, often accused of sorcery or heresy, was bound hand and foot and thrown into a river or pond that had been blessed by a priest. Here's the twisted logic. Water was pure. If it rejected you and you floated, you were guilty. The devil himself kept you up. If you sank, you were innocent. But unless someone fished you out in time, you were also dead. So yes, float and burn, or sink and drown. Pick your poison. But if you were a noble, things could get even more dramatic. In 1386, a French knight named Jean de Carouge accused another knight, Jacques Legris, of raping his wife. With no witnesses, no confession, and no way to prove the truth, the king allowed a trial by combat. In front of thousands, the 2 men fought to the death. De Carouge killed Legris, and by medieval logic, that proved his innocence. But imagine the terror his wife must have felt, knowing that if her husband lost, she'd be burned alive for false accusation. Justice, or just theater? And justice wasn't just brutal. It was often deeply biased, especially against women. Ever heard the term scold? In medieval times, a scold was a woman who was too loud, too opinionated, or who dared to argue with men. The punishment? The ducking stool. The woman would be strapped to a wooden chair attached to a long beam and dunked repeatedly into a river or pond, often until she passed out, or worse. All because she spoke out of turn. It wasn't about justice. It was about control. Compare that to today. With lawyers, evidence, rights, and appeals. It's not perfect, but it's a long way from letting someone bleed or drown to find the truth. Fire, water, combat, shame. These were the tools of medieval justice, a terrifying blend of superstition, spectacle, and suffering. So the next time you complain about jury duty, remember that 700 years ago, you might have been asked to carry burning iron, fight to the death, or get thrown into a river just to prove you didn't do something. Which would you have chosen? If this glimpse into the brutal world of medieval justice gave you chills, hit that like button, subscribe for more strange slices of history, and drop a comment. Thanks for watching, and may you never need to prove your innocence with fire.